Hey guys, it's Drago. We haven't made a Fairy Tail chapter review in a very, very long time, probably almost a year. That was when Lucy got the combination star dress, and that was a very long time ago. But, oh my goodness, 100 Year Quest is bringing everything together, making everything relevant again, and oh boy, this newest chapter, I'm a little bit late to the party here, but oh my goodness, it really brought things back to an arc that honestly I never thought would ever be touched on again. Maybe like a filler arc if like in the show, but like I never thought the manga or whatever was ever going to touch this again. So yeah, spoilers for chapter 65 of Fairy Tail 100 Year Quest. Honestly, besides the end of this chapter, nothing impactful happens. The only thing that really happens is they actually go back to Edelus in this chapter, which is flipping insane. And you know, Mashima was trying to troll everyone by giving out the ships, aka Edelus Natsu and Edelus Lucy are together and they have a kid, and Edelus Juvia and Edelus Gray are together and they have a kid. And you know they did that just to make the community go crazy and be Nalu happened, Groovia happened. Oh my goodness, everyone. Oh my goodness, they had a kid. Oh my goodness. In all actuality, nothing too crazy besides the Edelus stuff happens in this chapter. You start this whole chapter with the White Mage and Toki or Toyuka, the white cat, or the cat that was emerged with the White Mage or whatever. I don't know how to pronounce it. I've never actually heard to pronounce it. I haven't watched any chapter reviews or anything like that. I've just kind of read it myself and tried to pronounce it. But, you know, they're waking up. You know, she wants water and she casts a spell, and that spell is what brings everyone to Edelus. And you see everyone kind of get transported there. I like the little section with Natsu and Lucy, aka the previous chapters. They were at a spa, Branda showed up, made everyone small, and then they had to go, she left, and then they had to go find her. And so like Lucy's still in a freaking towel, so she's at like a bathroom, I guess, or someplace trying to find clothes. And then he's just like, why don't you just use your spirit clothes like Natsu or whatever it was? And then she's like, oh yeah, I have those. Yeah. That was a really cute interaction between Natsu and Lucy. I really, really like that. And like literally the next scene after that is like they almost do the Spider-Man like imposter, like no, you know, because it was like Natsu's like, hey, your body's laying up, but Lucy, your body's laying up. And then Happy's mine's body's laying up, and they're all pointing at each other and stuff. It's like the little Spider-Man meme. I thought that was really cute. But then yeah, you show the rest of Team Natsu or whatever, glowing Urza, Gray, Wendy, Carla. They all disappear. Then it starts showing Edelus and everything. Lucy loses the star dress, so Gray has to give her his jacket. But then you get the reveal of Nashi, aka Lucy and Natsu's kid, because this little kid comes up to regular Lucy and keeps calling her mama, and yeah, keeps calling her mama and stuff, and like everyone else is freaking out, like Lucy's freaking out, like what, why is this kid calling me a mama? Urza is basically like, when did you have a kid? Gray is just kind of wah. Natsu completely doesn't understand what's going on. He's like, did Lucy lay an egg? Like what? Happy is just kind of freaking out, and the only one sensible out of all of them is Wendy, which she just says, I think that the little kid just mistook Lucy for someone else, but that is easily probably happened. Well, with the two people that it is, I can see how you could very easily mistake the two, because then you have a girl come up. I thought they said don't go too far, and then you have a girl come up trying to say to the little girl or whatever, like, oh, don't go too far, you know, whatever, little kid talk. And then you see little Nashi and Natsu just kind of like freak out, like big eyes. And then it gets revealed that it is Edelus Lucy, and we're in Edelus now. And yeah, then that is her kid, and that's kind of crazy. You know, of course, they're kind of introducing everyone with Edelus Lucy, basically telling Nashi who they all are. But there's a little bit interesting fact here. Daedalus Lucy talks to regular Lucy and says, "Why do you look so young? You know, it's been 9 years. Have you barely aged?" So I'm gonna guess, like, honestly, when I'm looking at this chapter, I don't really particularly notice any age differences between the two. Like, maybe when this gets animated, maybe they do look slightly more different. Like, one's maybe more taller or something like that. But if you think about it, when Daedalus happened, Ellis happened, then Tenro happened, and then they got froze for 7 years. So they came out of that, had Grand Magic Games happen, Tartaros happen, and then the guild disbanded for a year. So at max for Lucy, that was about 1 year. And then you had the end arc in Avatar, and then you're getting to 100-year quest right now. So at max, that's maybe another year. So at max, she's had maybe about 2 years out from Daedalus. So yeah, compared to the 9, so yeah, it definitely has been 2 years then since the 7, because she specifically says it's been 9 years. Lucy would be only 2 years older, but then Daedalus Lucy would be 9 because she didn't have any time delays or whatever. So yeah, there probably would be some age differences between the two. I don't notice any. I would like to see what that actually is in like the show or whatever when this gets animated, or if someone actually knows that, what the differences between them and how they actually look different. Obviously their hair looks different, but like age differences, I mean, comment that, I guess, below. I like how Lucy gets all like blushed up, and like Gray's like, "Why are you turning red?" Like, this is essentially almost like her kid, you know? So I can see why she's freaking out. And then spoiler for later in the chapter, Gray has the same thing happen. So, and then everyone else doesn't understand it. Yeah, so then we go back to the Daedalus fairy tale, and we get to see some of the other guild members' designs with how they look after all these years. And it's kind of cool to go back to this to see what they're doing again. And we get to see Natsu, Daedalus Natsu, I mean, and him with Lucy, and him saying he's the papa, so that their Lucy and Natsu are married. And it's a really cute shot between the three of them. Their family shot. It's really cute, and Lucy's freaking out, and Natsu's freaking out that they're all married and stuff. And then literally the next panel is Daedalus Gray and Daedalus Juvia married with a kid, and Gray's freaking out and Lucy's freaking out, everyone's freaking out. And then it's just kind of like chatter, like, is Lizana doing well, how's Kana, how is Team Shadow Gear from the rest of the guild and stuff. You get to see more updated designs of the Daedalus guild members, and Wendy interacting with Daedalus Wendy, and them explaining how they're a courier guild now, aka they're like a delivery guild, delivering stuff between places with carriages, and that they're working on steam cars. And I love that Lucy doesn't want Natsu in the car, because she's like, you get a big extreme in cars, no cars for you, you just worry about the kid. So I like that we're probably going to get 2 Mystigan back again, because you know, they have no idea why they're there, and none of them can use magic. And Mystigan was the only one that was technically letting them. Mystigan was the only one technically letting them be able to use magic because of those magic balls, but he kicked out all the magic. So Lucy Daedalus Lucy is just like, maybe let's go meet with Prince Mystigan, and maybe he'll have an answer for you. And he probably will definitely help them, because he used to be a member of Fairy Tail, so he would definitely help them out. Now, I don't particularly know why this is happening here, but it has Daedalus Lucy telling Urza, regular Urza, don't meet with Urza in the capital, Urza Nightwalker. Whatever you do, don't meet her, you'll regret it. So I don't particularly get that, because I thought she was kind of a good person at the end. Ends off the chapter showing the White Mage, basically saying, oh, I put them in the wrong spot and I can't use magic, and then to be continued. So I guess first thing I want to talk about here, why is Urza Nightwalker, they don't want to meet with her and you'll regret it? Maybe she went back to her ways of when the previous king was in charge at Daedalus. I'm gonna say probably it's either that or she just like got really savage or something, but I don't think she did, because like at the end of Daedalus, like Urza broke through to other Urza and kind of made it like they were the same person, that kind of compassion or whatever. So it is very, why would she regret meeting Urza, or why would she regret meeting Urza now? I don't get that. That's a little weird for me. I kind of love that we got to see Natsu and Lucy together and have a kid, and Gray and Juvia together and having a kid. And I kind of just love being back in Daedalus again. And Daedalus, Lucy, and Natsu are insanely cute. It's amazing. In all actuality, I'm very interested to see where this goes, because they can't use magic right now. And Daedalus was a very different and interesting arc. And this is going to be very interesting that we're stuck in Daedalus again. There isn't particularly much that happens like for battles or setting up anything. It's just basically we're gonna meet with Mixed again. We don't know how to get out of here, and don't meet with Urza. That's really the only things that are happening here. Can't tell if Daedalus, Lucy, or Natsu has a different. I think Daedalus Natsu definitely has a different design. He's got a sick jacket. He's got a fairy tale symbol with a friggin' fire on it that says fireball. This is gonna have to be a wait and see for this, because we literally just have little things that got set up right now. But yeah, I freaking love that we're back in Daedalus. I love that we're seeing everyone again. I love that we got the confirmed ships and everything. But yeah, tell me what you guys thought of chapter 65, and we'll